Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Hell in a Cell review show of the IWC Radio podcast. I'm Smoot. Joining me this evening, Chucks and Will. Beans not here. No reason given. I couldn't make it.
I haven't even thought of a funny excuse for him this week either.
No. No, I was just thinking that. Surely there's something we could say, but no, he just ghosted us.
Well, it's not like he ghosted us. He just said, hoping to be on with you again soon.
That's even worse than being ghosted.
Yeah, I normally like to try and think of some random excuse to tie him into some topical news story, but there isn't anything this week.
There's not really, are we? We're platy jubed out, and
Yeah, well, that's all.
now there's nothing.
God. Forgot about that. I
Is
saw
he warming up for the new season? Maybe that's the best I can come up with. Sorry.
I saw a related video on the sidebar about 4 months ago that said something about the Queen was. She said I don't matter when her cake was like upside down or something like that.
Oh yes, I remember. Yes,
Really?
I remember saying that. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
I think she was trying to be sarcastic.
I mean, I was like, hey, all right. I mean, she doesn't care. If she doesn't care, why should we?
If I remember rightly, she was cutting a cake and it was the wrong way around, so she couldn't see it. And then when she asked the person who was dealing with it all, she said, "Oh, it's because so the cameras can see it properly."
Yeah.
And then she went, "Oh, well, I don't matter, do I?" And kind of,
Yeah, there
I'm
it is.
Queen. That's it. Yeah.
So they can see it, yeah, upside down, yeah.
And she really made a bit of a hash job of cutting it after that.
Just watching it now. Whoa, she's holding the knife like a killer as well.
Yeah, right there in the thumbnail.
She's done that before, I reckon.
Like you don't want to mess with the Queen. She'll fuck you up.
She will. Well, she's got people to do that.
That's true.
Well, of course, yeah. People in black packed out cars.
Anyway, how you guys doing?
She only Kaya halfway as well, and just went, someone else can do the rest of it.
Yeah.
She's just doing it for the press.
Yeah. She snapped it, blade down, like psycho style, and then just went, someone else can actually do the guy.
To be fair, I'd be the same. Yeah. Someone else can finish this off. I'm the Queen. You do it.
Yeah. She only cuts things ceremonially.
Oh yeah.
Than that.
That was why she didn't. She did last week when she didn't. Well, last week it was a couple of weeks now. She didn't turn up for the opening of the Parliament.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, she was at the horse show. Like, she's literally only doing things she wants to do now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. She's 96. For God's sake.
Somebody else can
And
finish
also
that.
the Queen. I mean, like,
I'm the Queen.
if that job comes with one perk, it's that you can say, don't feel like
Do what
it.
you want. Yeah.
I wonder what kind of a cake it was.
It's got to be a Victoria sponge?
Oh, I was gonna say cherry because it's cherry jubilee.
Cherry Jubilee?
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Is that a thing?
Cherry jubilee. Yeah, see.
Cherry
It's like a dessert. Yeah. I have heard of that. I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Not a big fan of cherry actually, so I don't think I'd ever go for it. I was gonna say, has it got alcohol in it? Yeah, brandy.
Some brandy in it. Brandy and cherries, yeah, not for me, I don't think. That's one talking snack that I can't chime in on.
Talking snack. That's a great name for a podcast.
Talking
I know,
snacks.
I really want to do it. I was thinking so in depth about doing a talking snack podcast that I was wondering, for our first episode, like, the first 5 or 6 episodes of any podcast are kind of crap because you're not in the rhythm yet.
Right.
But for the first one, you want to do something big. Like, do we do crisps? Because that's a big one, right? Your favorite flavor of crisp, the best brand of crisp.
Yeah,
that's a huge talking snack. Do you do that for the first one, like kick it off with a bang, or do you leave it for maybe 10 episodes in when
I
you've
would-
got your format. Like,
I would leave it at 10 episodes in.
I think I would as well. Build
Yeah.
up to it.
Yeah.
You start off
Thing
with
is, though,
something
you
kind of throwaway.
I was going to say, you still have to do some kind of review, wouldn't you? Or
Well, yeah,
some kind of...
like you would theme every episode, right? You do, I don't know, like the big 5 chocolate bars, the Dairy Milk, Kit Kat,
That's
Snickers,
true.
Mars, or whatever. You do that. That would be an episode, and then maybe the best McDonald's versus Burger King. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Good one.
but you'd
Speaking
want
of
some
Burger
like.
King, have you seen they've sorry, going really off
I was gonna
tangent
say
here.
you want some like some little ones to start off the podcast to
Yeah.
get a feel for it.
I'm not sure about in the US, but over here they've gone back to the old logo.
What? Who?
Really?
Remember the very old logo with the Burger King inside the bun?
Oh, yeah.
They've gone back to using that over here.
Yeah. Talking about...
Burger King changing its logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be that.
I mean, I suppose it was still inside the bun, wasn't it? But it was slightly more modernised. So. Yeah, they're going back to the old one.
I wonder why.
Nostalgia, right?
Well,
Burger
yeah.
King announced its first total rebrand in over 20 years, including a return to a logo with a classic look and an emphasis on the Whopper. Back to basics here.
Yeah, 1994, 2000, and then 2021.
There you
Also,
go.
it's slightly different, but
Little bit more rounded.
there you go.
Well, on the subject,
Hey!
Oh, yeah. I'm on that one as well.
I haven't had Burger King in forever, so...
Speaking of fast food logos, actually, now we really are going off on one.
yeah.
Have you seen the McDonald's replacement in Russia logo?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a big B. They've just turned it sideways.
It's yeah, it looks strange. Doesn't look
It's
like
great.
a fast food restaurant.
It's like they don't care.
Need
No
to get
one's
that
coming
off.
for them. Russian
New
McDonald's.
McDonald's
logo.
Russia or something.
Yeah.
Show you.
There it is.
No, that's not the one I've seen.
No?
No, there's a new one. I've seen I've seen that one before. I've seen this one. No, it's like a green. It's hard to explain.
Oh, it's like an M.
Yeah,
It's like a circle with 2 lines, like an
that's
M.
right. Circle with an M. Yeah, that's
A
right.
de-arched McDonald's logo.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's not even owned by McDonald's anymore, is it? They've told. There is a second one down.
Yeah.
This one?
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they've totally pulled out of Russia, haven't they? But it's
Yeah.
a new company that own all the restaurants now in Russia, and that's it.
Huh.
The story I read, they don't actually know what it means yet.
The branding features a circle and 2 lines, which are said to represent a burger and 2 French fries.
Really?
It kind of looks like the
Those are some
Marriott.
giant French fries.
Kind of looks like the Marriott
It
hotel
does
logo.
look a bit Marriott.
Yeah.
It does a bit, yeah.
Like it's something like this here and whatnot.
It's a bit similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Also looks like the flag of Bangladesh.
Oh yeah, that's probably yeah.
Actually does.
Anywho.
We
Yeah.
definitely. We'll talk about it later. We need to do a talking snack.
Talking snacks.
Definitely.
It says talking snack. That's pretty clever.
It is clever.
Yeah.
I could even rip off the logo and change it to.
It'd be very easy to
Worked for Conrad. Conrad Thompson with the SmackDown
He
Live.
ripped off all the logos. Have you seen the stuff he gets away with?
Yeah. Well, he's friends with Bruce
Oh, yeah.
Pritchard, so he's probably got an in with them.
He probably does actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get into the paper review?
Paper review.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nick Piccolino.
The paper review. I don't have the music for it. I bet I could. I bet I could track it down though. I think.
What, that clip? Paper review.
Yeah, because I think I have the sample of it somewhere.
I've got
And-
some files somewhere. I'm not sure where I've got it.
Okay.
Wow.
Anyway.
What do you-
We'll have to dig them up. We'll do a complete rebrand next week. So, in keeping with Russian McDonald's and everywhere else Burger King. Except New Zealand. You know Burger King isn't Burger King in New Zealand?
Isn't
I did not know
What is
that.
No. When Burger King was becoming a thing, there was already a company called Burger King in New Zealand. So they had to call it Hungry Jack's.
Oh, I have heard of Hungry Jack's, actually. I didn't know it was the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Hungry Jack's.
Oh.
No,
Interesting.
that's a thing. Anyway.
Hungry Jack's.
Looking up. There it is, yeah, Hungry Jack's in the burger.
Who's Jack? Is he the Burger King?
I think so. Maybe, was it called Hungry Jack's before it was called Burger King, and then they just used the old name for it? Maybe.
That would make
Probably
sense.
some history to it.
That would make
Instant
sense.
Burger King. Maybe not then. But it was based in Jacksonville, so maybe that's it. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, that's something to look up. Let's do some research.
I think Will just
So-
deafened himself over there.
I did. I'm trying to find that file and I played one of the old intros and then he deafened myself. Sorry. That again.
So we got Beans' predictions.
Yes.
He sent them in last week just in time, so
Oops.
that's all good.
There we go.
No pre-show. Again, no pre-show matches. That seems to be a thing these days.
Thing
Yeah,
of the
it's
past,
true,
baby.
but-
Let's go.
I'm all for it.
Yeah,
We don't need those pre-shows.
yeah.
Yeah, I am as well.
Really don't need a pre-show for the regular pay-per-views either at this rate.
Nope.
Mm.
So we kick things off on the main show with the women's title, the Raw Women's title triple threat. 20 minutes long. Bianca goes in champion and leaves champion. So that's points for everyone except for Smoot. Any thoughts on this match itself?
What did you
I
think
actually...
of? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on. So,
I was gonna say, what did you think of Bianca just basically out Beckying Becky, essentially?
Out Beckying Becky?
Yeah, like Becky did all the hard work, and then Bianca comes in,
She just
tosses
sneaked in.
out. Yeah.
That's triple threat. You expect it.
I guess I don't know.
Every WWE triple threat ends with someone hitting the finisher, the other guy coming in, throwing him out, and stealing. Every time. So no Becky breadwinner
No.
this time.
Good match though.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't really go wrong with these three. Next up was it was not the US title match. It was a 2-on-1 handicap where Bobby Lashley beat Omos and MVP, put MVP in the hurt lock, and MVP tapped. So that's Lashley. That's points for all of us, not for Beans. He thought that Omos was going to win. Who knows why? I would like to ask him what he was thinking.
Yeah, but if you would show up.
Can't. Yeah. Show up to explain himself.
But yeah. This was something. I mean, this was.
It happened.
Yeah, it was a match. I'm glad that Cedric kind of interfered a little bit. I did predict something fucky would happen last week. For the record.
Yeah. So there was something going on with Cedric before the match. He went up to Omos and MVP, right, and tried to act like he was still mates with them. And MVP said, "The Hurt Business is done."
That's right.
Very clear about it. It's over. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Then after the match, Cedric Alexander goes up to Bobby Lashley and says, I helped you out. Lashley said thanks, but don't do that again. So, now what?
I guess everybody goes their own way, perhaps. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, doesn't bode well for Cedric Alexander, though, I don't think.
I mean, it could send him to NXT. It could send him out of the company.
You could. Kevin Owens beat Ezekiel.
Somehow. Somehow.
Just beat him.
Just clean as well.
Yeah. Just hit his move and won.
I was hoping.
So no points for anyone on that one.
Yeah, I was hoping Ezekiel would have like. I don't know. He just would have had like some sort of like a quick win there at the beginning because he hit like some big move and then it was only a 2 count from what I remember. And then he goes for the Macho Man elbow drop, which never gets anybody the win these days.
No. No. So, I don't know, that kind of seems like it for Ezekiel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what he can do from here. Although we will talk later on, I guess. Let's see. The Judgment Day. Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley beat AJ, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. Not that it matters, because apparently that team is done as well now.
Well, done with at least Edge.
Yeah. So the win on the pay-per-view, that is points for all of us. Yep, great. Then on Raw, Edge gets beaten down, and who was it that took over?
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor took over the Judgment Day. I don't get it.
Well,
isn't this apparently this is all stemming from Cody's injury, isn't it? Because they basically want Edge to be the face now. It's lost Cody, so
They could have had Finn Balor beat Edge on the pay-per-view and then just be the face.
I don't think maybe they didn't know how bad it was going to be until the next. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. Edge spent all this time building up this team, and now it's just not happening. Right?
Yeah, we had a little saying that to Smith before. I think it's a shame that they've done if indeed he is going back to being a face again. Just it was a bit of a different, kind of like what they were doing with Edge, but clearly not.
I mean, yeah, it would have been cool to have like a match and the winner gets custody of the House of Edge, I guess. But like they did like one of those countdown clocks from what I saw on Twitter at the time, and they're teasing like, hey, this is gonna be a big deal. See who's gonna be the new member of Judgment Day. And it's just Finn Balor coming in, just bamboozling Edge. So I don't know. Just made Edge look like a fool. I don't know.
So what was the plan gonna be then?
Good question.
In the storyline, Edge would have said, I've got a new member of the Judgment Day. Throw up this graphic. I'm gonna bring someone out later on. Who was that gonna be? Was that gonna be Finn Balor?
I think it was gonna be Balor, yeah, because he was when he come out, Edge was all smiley and happy to see him. So.
Right. Yeah, that's him. Well, great. I guess that's the thing that's happening as well.
We're probably gonna get Edge and Balor at some point, aren't we?
Yeah. Will Edge need to use AJ as backup now?
Maybe.
To kind of align with his old enemy. We'll see. We'll see how they go. Madcap Moss beat Happy Corbin. No holds barred.
I was not happy about this one.
No, neither was Corbin.
I wanted to say this was the end of this story, but it's not.
They're doing it again?
Why?
Oh gosh, yeah. You haven't had the best. Wait till we get to SmackDown.
Okay. Wow. That's points for everyone except for Smoot. Again, he thought Corbin was gonna.
Yeah, because he did the chair wrapped around the neck gimmick to Madcap Moss, slammed him into the announce table, and then Madcap Moss is just fine.
Yeah.
Like,
But he then did the chair around the neck thing to Corbin.
Corbin, and used the steel steps, and Corbin was not fine. Yeah, that
Wow.
match was stupid. That match was fucking stupid.
Well, don't borrow any of your holds. Tell us how you really feel, as they say. I hate that phrase. It's not funny at all. Phone noise? What the hell? Hopefully you didn't hear that. That was a loud buzz on my end.
It was a little bit like...
Theory. Theory retains the US title against Mustafa Ali. As expected. No, Will thought Ali was going to win it. Explain yourself, Will.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like it says on the graphic, the theory was.
Hey.
Yeah, there was some thought that that still might happen actually, even though he has won it. But the theory is that Theory is gonna go for a feud with Cena. And I just didn't think they needed the US title involved in that. I thought that could be someone else, because obviously Cena doesn't need it. But maybe he is.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the appeal. Is Cena going to win a belt, and then that'll kind of force him to come back? A bit like they want Rock to challenge Reigns, don't they, at WrestleMania? So
I think they still
Rock's
want
not
that.
going to hold it for long.
I think they still want
Oh yeah.
that.
Of course.
Yeah. But they've already announced Cena's coming back, so it's not like he's going to be
Lovely.
surprised. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's 27th of May. Sorry, June.
Oh, that's right, because it's his 20th, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Cena month.
She's Cena month exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so that didn't happen. Theory wins. And then we get to the main event. Seth Rollins comes out wearing polka dots, gets into the box-like structure. Cody Rhodes comes out wearing his jacket, a little bit of bruising showing on his cleavage there. When he takes
Just
the
a
jacket
bit.
off, wow,
Yeah, that was.
his whole right pec is just red and purple, all down his arm, down his bicep. It looked brutal. It's
There
all
you go.
swollen up. Like, yeah,
Insane.
that's pretty serious.
Did you-
Yeah, we had people saying that's got to be makeup.
No.
It's like, well, it does look really bad, but no, it was not. That was legit.
Yeah, it's yeah, it looked terrible. You see how Pat McAfee described it on his show?
No.
How do you describe it?
I'm trying to find the exact quote. Basically, he wasn't at Hell in a Cell, was he? 'Cause,
No, because there was only one SmackDown match, and he was like,
yeah,
why bother
he
going?
did pretty much. He did say that on his podcast. So there was only one SmackDown match. So we decided I wasn't needed. Trying to find the exact quote. Give me 1 minute. I can get it for you.
So
Yeah,
Cody
that
was praised for his fortitude, I guess, going on with this match. Went 25 minutes. He didn't cut any corners either. This was action all the way through, more or less. He did a lot of stuff. He did a really good job, especially early on, punching with the left. You know, everything was with the left. And really selling that this arm is his pec is bothering him. Seth did a good job trying to target it. They played it up big, obviously. Went over really well. Everyone seemed to be really happy with, impressed at least by the match. Maybe it was stupid to do it. I don't know. Did this get 5 stars?
I don't know what it got. Actually,
I would say it was probably like a top 10 Hell in a Cell match. Because you had a bull rope
there was a
suddenly
bull rope in the middle.
Yeah.
It all broke down into a bull rope match.
Yeah. So that's got to get some points somehow. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it was 5 stars. I would definitely say it was like a top 10 for me.
Let's see. Hell in a Cell 2022. This got the full 5.
Really?
Yeah. As Pro Fight DB here says, match ratings listed above are from Dave Meltzer's highly respected Wrestling Observer newsletter.
I don't know
Highly
about that
respected.
these days.
And yeah, he gave it the big 5. He was
There you
also
go,
very impressed by this. What was
What's
this quote?
now? So he said, a man went into Hell in a Cell last night with a torn tit. Cody
Wow.
Rhodes went in there with a lot of pain. Everyone thought it was makeup, blah blah blah. It looks like he was in a shit ton of pain, but he clicked into some kind of gear and they did really well. He didn't mail it in either. This was a full match. Seth Rollins lost to a guy with one fucking tit. I assume he's going to be getting surgery soon.
He did, in fact.
He did.
He's going to be out for 9 months.
There is... Yeah, so Brandy Rhodes has tweeted today... No, not today, a couple of days ago. Friday. The doctor just repaired Cody's pectoral tendon, which was torn completely off the bone. Successful surgery. He's on the road to recovery now. Which is good. That's where he wants to be. Better to be on the road to recovery than the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, they did actually mention his surgery on SmackDown last night. And they said, that's where they said it's up to 9 months, they were saying.
Well, that sucks. 9 months, that takes us up to about WrestleMania, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
You think he might make an early appearance at Royal Rumble? Or something like that?
If the recovery goes really, really well, maybe. Definitely something to keep an eye on. I think, I may be wrong, but I think he was going to be one of the main guys. Obviously, we got Reigns now. They're thinking, presumably, The Rock at WrestleMania if they can. In the meantime, the filler, Cody was going to be one of the main guys. Probably Cody and Drew McIntyre were going to be the big.
Oh yeah, definitely. They were they were lining him up to be like the guy for the next.
The guy, maybe the SummerSlam match or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not happening. And now, as I say before, they're scrambling. Maybe Edge is the guy. They've just done Edge. Edge was last year's WrestleMania, wasn't he? Was it him and Daniel Bryan? That was last year, wasn't it? And he stacked them both up and beat them unceremoniously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Reigns has done the Edge thing. I don't want to see that again.
And Reigns himself isn't going to be. He's pretty much a part-timer now, by the sounds of it.
Well, he wasn't on this show.
Well,
not going to be on Money in the Bank either.
I was going to say they've pulled him off Money in the Bank as well, apparently. The next pay-per-view, interestingly enough, is actually Clash in the Castle. That's when he's set to be. Yeah.
Money in the Bank, I think.
I would imagine he's not been announced yet, but I imagine that he'll be at SummerSlam. But
he has to.
Right now, the next sort of scheduled appearance is Clash at the Castle.
Until they pull him out for that one as well.
Yeah, probably will.
So I guess that's it. Cody ends up winning the Hell in a Cell. He goes 3 in a row over Seth freaking Rollins. Only to then be out of action for the rest of the year. That's how it goes. That is points all round, except Beans thought Rollins was going to get one back, so he drops a point, which makes it, overall, a pretty bad night for him. That was 7 matches, just a quick 3-hour, 7-match show. I'm happy with it. And Smoot and Beans, unfortunately, only managed a 4. to make up for Smoot's perfect game last month.
Questionable
Will head on
decision
5.
making.
Will gets 5. I win the show on 6 out of 7. Just Ezekiel let me down. Hate that guy. Bring back Elias. So overall, 13 matches very early on in the game. Beans is lagging behind now on 9 out of 13. You guys, Smoot, Will, you are on 10 out of 13, and I'm just in the lead on that. So all is right with the world. I'm back on top
For now.
for now. Money in the Bank, we have some matches announced for Money in the Bank.
I don't know if I can play the music.
We do. Both women's titles are going to be defended. Bianca has Rhea Ripley, and Ronda has Natalia. Again, doing that match again. We have no one announced for the men's Money in the Bank, but Lacey Evans is the first of 8 in the women's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I saw it was like Natty versus Rousey.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's right, 'cause
that's a weird fucking choice.
Yeah.
They were friends. Last time Ronda was around, they were friends.
Yeah.
And then I think they weren't, and then Ronda just disappeared. There you go.
Yeah, they did some qualifying matches as well, didn't they, on SmackDown last night for the Money in the Bank matches themselves.
Ah, did they?
I can't remember who actually won. I think that's right, Sheamus and McIntyre. It's basically a no contest. The double DQ. So they've not actually. There's no one actually in the men's one yet. But then I think I saw the next match was, I can't remember. Oh, it was Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans' first match. Yeah, she won. So she's in the women's Money in the Bank.
They finally got her on the right show.
She actually had a match and everything. Yeah, amazing.
So what's this thing you were? What was it we were building up? Oh, the Happy Corbin thing. The Matt Kemp
Oh
match.
yeah,
What was all this about?
actually not that big, but it's for next week, Ronan. They've announced that it's going to be Corbin and Moss in a, what are they calling it again? God, it's something daft. It's a laughter match or something.
You're gonna make me pull it up here. Hold on.
I'm trying to find it myself actually. What are they calling it?
A laughter match.
Are they finally getting on the "you laugh, you lose" meme? It's gonna be a bad joke contest.
Well, you know how WWE is ahead of the times, right?
Exactly. It was all the rage 5-6 years ago.
It's a last laugh match.
Last laugh match, right?
When it was actually, they were talking about it on the show, McAfee said to Cole, you know one of these is, don't you? He said no, I was hoping you were going to tell me.
So what is it? Did they actually explain?
Awesome. They've actually put a bit of effort into the graphics there. See, they've got some. It should be a random background, isn't it? Sorry. Yeah. So no one actually knows what I think it's gonna be some kind of no holds barred match or street fight or something. Or...
Again, the same again. No holds barred.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. Isn't it? It's gonna be.
Who's gonna get the
maybe last laugh? Maybe it's like a loser leave town type match.
Oh yeah, maybe. Gunther. Man, he's really slimmed down.
He really is, yeah.
He's
he won
he's
the
new
Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, I don't know. He seems to have lost a little bit of his. I mean, he looks great. Don't get me wrong, but he seems to have lost a bit of his. I don't know what the word is.
He doesn't look as imposing anymore. He just
Right.
looks like a
Imposing, that's
guy.
probably the
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
Like he still works great. He's obviously
Yeah.
hits hard and everything looks good, but yeah, he just looks a bit too skinny now, doesn't he?
Mm.
I mean, you can still. Wow.
He's
That
like
was a
one of
good
the,
match, actually. Yeah.
We saw him go for a
if you saw like a
powerbomb there.
before and after picture, and if it's just a guy, you'd say this is incredible. But as a wrestler,
A guy named
well, the
Gunther.
bulky look kind of worked for him. And yeah, and he's called Gunther as well. That's not a skinny guy name.
There was I think BT Sport actually had a bit of like a before and after image up.
hmm
Try and find that. But yeah, you're right. It's like as you say, if anyone else, just a normal guy had lost that kind of weight, he'd obviously. I mean, he looks great. Don't get me wrong, but looks better than me anyway.
Yeah. So apparently, Riddle beat Sami Zayn here? We're just looking through what happened on SmackDown.
Yeah, that's the other big sort of headline. So the match was, if Riddle won, he gets a title match next week. And if Sami Zayn won, Riddle will be banned from SmackDown forever.
Wow.
And Riddle won.
Boo.
So yeah, we've got a world title match next week on SmackDown. At the moment, anyway.
On SmackDown.
On SmackDown, yeah.
Riddle wasn't on the pay-per-view. You couldn't do this on the pay-per-view?
Fox is trying to get that return of investment on that $1 billion.
Apparently so. It's getting kind of like, when TNA started using their pay-per-views to hype up the TV.
Yeah.
This is that.
I can't find the graphic. I've been skimming around here a little bit.
It was just for the end, really, because
near the end of the show.
Yeah. Just before the last match, maybe.
All right, hold on. Not showing any. Okay, good. Just making sure it's not like accidentally showing the screen here.
I think it was just after that, actually, when they were talking about the
UFO.
That graphic that was up then for Corbin doing something. No, it wasn't that. That wasn't the last match, though. That was.
Hold on. He said just before it. Cena meeting.
That was a Cena thing.
Yeah. Pizza Hut also has an old school logo now as well.
Yeah.
They're all going retro.
Yeah.
Well, there's the tweet about it. Doesn't really help.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? It's a snake with a CGI
snake.
Yeah, that tweet that Chuck should put up the graphics on there.
Alright, I'll just show that instead. A last laugh match. What the fuck? What was that supposed to mean?
The best part of it is that they've not announced it what it is. They probably don't know themselves.
Yeah, they just come up with like buzzwords and then figure out the rest later.
This will be decided about an hour before they go on air on Friday.
Yeah. Probably.
And it'll still be something. It'll be something we've already seen, like you say, like a street fight or something. Or
they've just done that. They can't. I mean, they can. Well, they have.
They can. Yeah.
Won't be the first time they've just done it again, but
maybe it's a. I think I'm going to hazard a guess that it's some kind of loser-leave WWE match. Last laugh kind of makes me think,
You laugh, you lose. We don't care. Thought Corbin died after Hell in a Cell. No more applause.
And I'm going to call it now. Moss will win.
Probably.
We won't see Corbin for a bit, and he'll come back as somebody else. Another Corbin.
Yeah, generic
Ezekiel
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yeah. Bankrupt.
Bankrupt Corbin.
Could they both lose? Like Sheamus and who was it? Sheamus and McIntyre. They both lost, so they
McIntyre.
didn't get into Money in the Bank. If we do a double DQ in this one, can they both just leave forever, please?
Possible. Yeah, certainly possible. Stranger things have happened on WWE.
Yeah.
Wait, what? This happened on Raw. I thought. Yeah. Why are we highlighting?
Why is that listed as SmackDown?
Yeah. Why are we showcasing highlights from Raw as a highlight for SmackDown? What the fuck?
Because they've got no intention of
Couth.
doing this roster split anymore.
They have no couth.
No couth at all.
Yeah. Speaking of, by the way, this write-up is anemic. What the fuck?
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, look at this. It's like Sheamus, Lacey, Ronda, Ricochet, Riddle. That's it.
No Gunther? That's the big story of that week.
Yeah, right there. Gunther.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Oh, he said Ricochet.
Blink and miss it.
Yeah.
There he is.
And then on Raw, there's the God, this was so funny. This right here, this thumbnail.
Oh yeah, the sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Didn't mention during the pay-per-view, they used the sledgehammer. Both these guys wanted to be Triple H.
Pedigree as well.
Well, yeah, both at the pedigree. Both going for the sledgehammer.
I don't get this. They've obviously... I don't know why they've done this before. What are the injuries? Obviously, we all know Cody was injured. It was playing for C. He was injured in some way. So it was obvious that he was going to need some kind of surgery. And he even, he did the whole thing of, don't want to go, but I've got to, and all this. So that could have just been it. Let him walk out, and we'll see you in a few months.
Nope.
Why did Seth
Let's
have
do an
to
injury
attack?
angle.
Yeah. I don't get that. I mean, he's done it in other people. I can't remember who he did it with last, but they have done it before.
Need to give him an
It's
injury
like-
to explain his injury.
Yeah, and then when they've explained, did the recap on SmackDown, they barely mentioned Seth doing that. It was all about the surgery on his pectoral muscle.
Yeah.
It's like,
He gets hit in the
Why-
back of the
why
head
do
with
it?
a sledgehammer,
yeah,
and now he gets pec surgery.
he could have he done the whole thing. I've got to go. I need the surgery. Don't want to, but I've got to. I'll see you in a few months. That would have been it.
Yep.
Why have they got to give this? I don't know. It seems unnecessary to me. I mean, you could say obviously they've got to play Seth as the big heel. I get that, but so I don't think he would have lost anything if he hadn't done it. You know what I mean?
Why is Curtis Axel a fucking backstage guy now?
Yeah, he's
Is
a
he?
producer now.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
There he is. Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
What?
Doesn't look right in that suit, does he?
Is that Santino? No, it's not Santino.
No, looks a bit like.
I'm sure that is actually pretty painful on the bruise. Putting the hammer to it.
It probably is, but I don't know. It just felt a bit unnecessary to me.
It's old school wrestling logic or whatever. Like, oh, we gotta make sure the bad guy gets, he gotta get heat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the problem, is the fact that, like, I think wrestling in general just needs to be modernized. And it's not.
Yeah.
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 Judgment Day turned on Edge with a vicious assault. So I guess it's still a
That's it.
group. It's just they
Oh yeah,
kicked Edge out.
they're going. Yeah, it's definitely going to be still a thing because yeah,
Jesus,
they were posing together at the end because Rhea won her match, didn't she? Was for to get into the women's title match on Money in the Bank.
It'd be funny if it was like, we hate purple as a color, and they just beat up Edge for it.
But what I don't get now is, so I mean, it seems that they're going to get Edge to go back to being a face again. So are we supposed to forget about the last couple of months when he was saying that we're basically all idiots and?
Generally, yeah, you're supposed to just forget about that.
Just come back to the old, to turn the old entrance music on and all is forgiven. That's pretty much what we're going to do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they can retcon the whole demon issue of like falling off the top rope or whatever from like last year. And what better way to do it to put him in a credible stable, I guess? Well, mostly credible. And
yeah, I think you're supposed to have forgotten about that whole turnbuckle thing.
that
was a long time ago now.
God, they even put him through the announce table. Wow. They didn't even clear the monitors off. Jeez Louise, they even broke the hood.
Yeah.
Anyway. Ezekiel defeated Otis. Oh man.
They haven't just started calling him that, but you've now got to say the tree trunk Otis.
Why?
That's his like little nickname. The tree trunk Otis.
In the leak of the match, Ezekiel then called out Owens and tricked his adversary into giving him a rematch by taking a page out of KO's playbook and lying by saying he was Elias.
Yeah, we've got to do this again as well.
Apparently. And then Rhea Ripley with the main event win there. We put her in the Money in the Bank.
She apparently needed to get some dental work done after that match. Rhea. I'm trying to find the tweet I've seen. It seems like she kneed herself in the face.
Oh.
I
hate when that happens.
I'm always doing it.
Ed in the chat says Axelmania is now Agent Mania. I mean,
I think
he can still go. I don't understand why he's a backstage guy now.
I don't know, maybe, but I imagine it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Especially on the body. There's that tweet I saw. It wasn't a major dental work, but she needed some stuff doing. And you see the shot from Raw.
Oh my god!
Wow!
If you scroll up, you'll see the actual. Or maybe not on that link, but.
Jesus Christ!
There you go.
Oh.
Note to self: don't knee yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Good rule.
So yeah, that was pretty much WWE this week.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Dynamite or anything like that?
I did actually.
You didn't mention Maurice's cleavage came back.
It sure did.
Oh,
Who's cleavage?
Maurice's.
I must have missed that.
How could you?
There you go.
Maurice's cleavage. Oh wow, that's cleavage.
All right, yeah, right there, right there. That's even a better
There you go.
shot
There
with
it
a
is.
photo.
Excellent.
What the hell does she see in the Miz? I don't get it. Crazy.
Yeah. No, you're right. What does she say in the message?
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I don't know if anyone's got an answer for that.
Anyway. Let's see.
Sorry, I was just staring at Lisa's cleavage for a bit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Take a short break for that.
Anyway. Did either of you watch that? Sorry.
But Alexa's my favourite anyway, so sorry.
Yeah. Just looking through the photo album, and Dana Brooks looking great as well.
Did
Cheers.
either of you watch Dynamite?
Can we not just talk about women for the next?
We're talking about divas.
Sorry, divas, women, whatever we're calling them.
Ed says she sees Miz's above average balls. Did you not hear that in that promo? I don't watch.
He has above average balls.
Apparently. I did not watch Raw, sorry.
I must have skipped this bit because I don't even remember Maurice being on the show.
Did he leave that out of the YouTube version, the Hulu version?
No, I recorded it. Well, recorded it live, so I must have just skipped through it.
I don't know that above average balls are a selling point.
Above average balls?
I can't imagine even the best balls in the world are still going to look pretty ugly. Like, they don't...
Maybe they look nice and that's above average.
Above average is still not going to look great, is it? That's not something... You don't settle down with a guy because he's got above average balls. Or does it mean... So, are we talking aesthetic, or is it overall size, or... I don't know, what are we basing this on?
You have to ask Maurice.
Is it above average in terms of the number? Does he have, like, 2.5?
Then you're Tay Zonday at that point. You sing about Chocolate Rain. Chocolate Rain.
Does he have 3 balls?
Anyway, to answer your questions, I did actually see Dynamite.
So,
okay, thank you.
Maurice's cleavage got you distracted. Mrs. Balls got you right back on track. Snapped you out of that.
Yeah. Dynamite was kind of a rare miss this week.
I actually haven't seen it last night. Actually, on I saw the ITV repeat.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was all right.
There's
nothing huge on it, but it's okay.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like the Casino Battle Royal?
I thought it had interest, and then Kyle O'Reilly won it, and I was like, all right, this is fucking stupid.
Kyle O'Reilly's winning a lot lately.
Maybe I'm stupid or a bit slow or something, I don't know, but I'll never understand the way AEW do Battle Royals.
Well,
in groups?
Yeah, it's the Casino
the
Battle
groups
Royale.
And the cards and shit,
Yeah.
and I don't get it.
It was
a countdown for some reason.
It was a bit clunky.
Well, they want to do it Royal Rumble style, but can't do a Royal Rumble, so they do a Royal Rumble in groups of 5.
Right.
That's, yeah.
Then it's the whole, you get a group of, what, it's spades or whatever.
Yeah, the card doesn't matter. It's just like...
No one actually ever knows what group anyone did. Just, why does it matter?
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it.
It is to make sense of how the thing works. There's a group of 5, and they are drawn as... I guess they draw cards out of the tumbler or whatever.
Yeah, which we don't see.
That's it. We don't see it, so no one knows who's got what card.
No, and no one sees what order it's going to be. So it doesn't matter to us. It's just there to explain how the match came about, I guess.
There's a much simpler way of doing it if they wanted to involve cards. Everyone draws a card. And then You pick a card out from a pack, and if you're the 7 of diamonds, you'll go. You go. Yeah.
Like a raffle.
Yeah. AEW raffle. The
Yeah.
Dynamite raffle.
The Dynamite raffle.
No, I mean, if you wanted to go for the whole alliteration thing, the Revolution raffle.
There you go. The raffle of the revolution.
That would work much better though. Now there's 52 cards. So you maybe you're limited.
It's going to be a really big battle royal.
Yeah. But even so, you could give someone maybe someone could earn 2 cards so they got a better chance of being in the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's a better way than they do it now.
I think it's too many cards.
Too many
Well,
cards.
you just limit it, don't you? If you just issue 30 cards,
Use half a deck.
20 cards, yeah. And whatever you've issued, you have.
It just sounds like a worse version of the Royal Rumble.
Well, it is.
At least we understand how numbers work.
I think that's Will's point.
Exactly, but you then instead of you have a countdown, and then on the screen, it's 2 of diamonds. Oh, it's packed.
We have the Dapper Yapper like picking a card up and going, it's the 8 of diamonds.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. It's just another guy. This whole bit is irrelevant.
You could even get a bit of fan interaction. You could be going around the front row with the pack of cards, and they could pick a card out.
But what does it mean? Unless we know who has each card.
What does it mean now when they're all in the spades group?
It's the spades aren't for our benefit. It's for theirs.
Well, it's all bullshit anyway.
Well, yeah.
Ed says,
that's true.
Ed says this is the longest explanation I've heard on how suit selection is made for this battle royal. He's not wrong.
It is a little bit TNA, isn't it? Where you have to have 3 pages of explanation.
Well, that was the other thing, yeah.
Everyone starts inside the ring and then has to get out and then back in.
Yeah. If you get pinned, you go into the penalty box.
Yeah, and the last 2 remaining have a match next week.
Well,
But aside from the ridiculous rules, it wasn't actually a bad match.
Yeah.
yeah, I thought it would have been something interesting, not Kyle O'Reilly again. I don't know
Well,
why
it didn't matter. Whoever was going to win it was going to lose to John Moxley in the end of it. So.
Right, so just why not say, you know what, Moxley's got the higher rankings and whatnot. Put him through.
I think I did say this last week.
What, just scrap this whole thing?
Well, no, not entirely, but it just seemed a bit pointless having this eliminator match when we all know it's going to be Moxley against someone else at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that is kind of wrestling, though, isn't it? We do know who's going to win, but you have to do it. It's a formality, but that is what the content is. You can't just here we have the Forbidden Door tournament. We have Buddy Matthews versus Pac. Well, we all know Pac's going to win that one, so we don't even really need to bother doing the match. Then we've got Ethan Page and Miro. Page has got no chance. Let's just put Miro through.
No, I'll take your point, but it just seemed unnecessary, really, to especially with the whole thing.
Oh, were you talking about the Mid-Atlantic, All-Atlantic Championship here?
Ah, man, the All-Atlantic title with flags of what? Japan, China, Australia. Nowhere near the Atlantic.
I mean, there's Asian countries.
Yeah. Country literally on the other side of the world from the Atlantic.
Yeah, you mean Italy? Or not Italy. Mexico?
We've got Mexico on there. Well, at least Mexico
Australia?
does border the Atlantic.
Australia?
Australia does not. Even close. China doesn't. Japan doesn't.
Japan?
Is it not? the Intercontinental Championship, but we couldn't call it that, so we call it this instead.
The All Atlantic Championship.
Isn't the Intercontinental title just a world title? What's the difference?
Well, yeah, I've always thought that. Yeah, it is. The Intercontinental doesn't mean world, doesn't it?
Anyway,
Pretty much between the continents. It's like maybe the world title is also representing the oceans. The IC title is just the land masses.
Yeah.
Maybe.
anyway, here's my predictions for the record for the title. I picked Pac, Malachi Black, Miro, and then
Yep, I'm with you on all three of them.
New Japan, and then so far, look at that! Hey, 1 for 1.
You got one.
I'm on the board with 1.
So that one, New Japan, is it Dominion 2022? Maybe it's not.
I think it is Dominion, isn't it? I mean, I don't know anything about New Japan, but I'm sure I've heard that.
I think Twitter just died.
June
What the hell?
12th, there you go. Twitter died?
Yeah. Something
Yeah,
went
nothing's
wrong.
coming up there.
Okay, there we go. That was weird.
So, the match for the thing is not listed on here.
What, for the
Well, that's strange.
All Atlantic Championship? Or
Yeah, the New Japan,
Right,
the
yeah.
New Japan quarter.
Huh. You think maybe they'll have
When
them
is
on
it?
like Dark or something? Or Rampage?
Well, I imagine they do it in New Japan, but apparently it's not on their pay-per-view. And no one has said where it's happening, who's going to be in it.
To be declared,
Maybe.
I guess.
To be declared.
Yeah.
So I'll be very impressed if you can predict who that's going to be.
When's isn't that like tonight?
Oh,
The
I
12th,
guess.
so yeah, kinda.
Well, hang on, it's in Japan, I imagine. So what's the time zone difference?
They are 8
Isn't it
hours
you-
ahead of us.
Isn't it usually in the morning all the time? UK time, I mean.
Would be about midday here, I think, wouldn't it?
Don't you
And
remember?
then it would be morning in the US.
What's their big show with their WrestleMania? What's it called? Wrestle Kingdom, is it?
Wrestle Kingdom, yeah.
I seem to remember that being on at like 7 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Oh, if they do an early start, yeah, that makes sense.
So yes, that's gonna like be tomorrow morning or something. Well,
Yeah.
look at us talking Japanese wrestling.
We're talking Japanese wrestling. We have so Tanahashi and Goto on that. That's going to be a thing for Forbidden Door. Shingo Takagi, yeah, cool. Will Ospreay, he showed up.
Yeah,
He did.
He's a fuck.
He got.
Is he? It's going to do one of his things again. What's wrong with him?
Did he was like, he was in the speaking out movement and not on the good side. He was on the bad side of it. And apparently he blackballed somebody from the wrestling business as well. And he just looks like a fucking D-bag.
He does look a bit like an D-bag,
Yeah.
that's true.
I don't know much about him, to be fair. I know he was on
He just looks like a fuck.
He was on the. He looks
like
He was on the World of Sport reboot, wasn't he? Over here. And they brought that back a couple of years ago. Don't remember.
yeah, I do remember that.
And now he's got quite a big following, hasn't he? Now he's a. I think he's what they know as an internet darling.
He's very good. He got a lot of attention when he had a series with Ricochet, which Jim Cornette was not a fan of. if you can
Really?
believe that. Yeah.
You're a fan of anything
Yeah.
these days?
They did a lot of moves.
Oh, how dare
And
they?
since then, Ricochet's career has gone down quite steeply, and Will Ospreay is doing very well in New Japan now. He's one of their big stars now.
And he looks like a fuck.
And he looks like a fuck, but I think wasn't Will Ospreay? Didn't you find some kind of redemption? Wasn't it like either a fake one or at least not a proven one for him? I seem to remember him being okay now.
I don't know
have to
much
look
about him,
that
to be
up.
fair, like I say, but I know he's he's got quite the following, hasn't he, online and stuff. And I thought that he'd get a better reaction than he did on Dynamite.
People were saying that they were loud all throughout the night, but it was just like the TV
Didn't-
audio not being mic'd well or
Yeah.
something like that, which I think it's because the show was kind of lousy, but that's just me.
Okay, so Will Ospreay didn't do anything himself in terms of the speaking out, but yeah, you're right. He was accused of having Pollyanna blackballed after she made allegations towards a guy called Scott Wainwright. Ospreay denied it. The International Wrestling League released a statement that contradicted his denial and then retracted their statement. So he may have done something, but at least he wasn't like the actual,
He's a fuck.
Maybe. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that a pro wrestler has turned out to be
A fuck.
A fuck.
morally, a fuck. I wouldn't be too surprised.
What else happened? Oh yeah, Hangman Page defeated David Finlay.
He did.
Where David Finlay, I don't think, got a chance to use his shillelagh, which is unfortunate. And then afterwards, Page challenged Okada.
Or his hornswoggle.
He
didn't get his hornswoggle out.
That's true. And Page challenged Okada. And then Adam Cole's like, whoa, 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 what about me with Mr. Pink Belt over here? Like, I'm sure, I said this on Twitter, I'm sure Adam Cole's a nice guy in real life and all that, but man,
He is supposed to be like the nicest guy.
yeah, he comes off like such a dweeb on TV.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, I can't really take him seriously, you know? And then,
I've seen people accusing him of being overexposed on TV, doing the same old thing for years and years and years and years and years. I didn't really see him in Ring of Honor, and I skipped a good chunk of his NXT run, so I'm still in.
Are you saying it's not all about the boom, baby?
No, I'm saying it is all about the boom.
Gotcha.
And I'm also all about the boom. I'm a big fan because he has an entertaining entrance. I'll watch a familiar over entrance every week for indefinitely.
Uh-huh.
And I'd prefer that than Randy Orton walking down. He's a bigger star. People react to him more, but he just walks down. Sometimes he's on a big snake that looks like a sperm. I'd prefer Enzo Amore, or maybe even Road Dogg. Maybe Road Dogg. Maybe not Road Dogg. Because you know what annoys me more than anything else in wrestling history is when Road Dogg used to do the promos where he spelled out all the words. That was a thing in the late 90s. People
Yeah,
just,
it kind of was, yeah.
WORDS all the time. I don't know why.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the bastard. The bastard beat Buddy Matthews.
As we saw on the
mention that.
tournament card, as
Mm-hmm.
Twitter lets me know a notification there. Thunder Rosa and Marina Shafir seemed like a last minute addition, and my, is Marina not good. There's no other. I can't really spin it, but it's not. She's not good. She's just clunky in the ring, I feel.
Uh-huh.
And the main event, John Moxley there and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Dynamite was just kind of a rare miss this week, I feel. And Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're wrong exactly, but maybe that a miss on Dynamite is still a halfway decent show. It's not a bad show.
True.
It's
I
not a
didn't
good
feel
one.
like
There wasn't anything too noteworthy on there,
right. It didn't.
so you could call it a miss. But
it didn't feel like I wanted to shut the show off and just be like, "Fuck this! I wasted my 2 hours." Like WWE
Right.
television usually does.
But at the end, there was no like, holy shit! Can't
Right.
wait for the next one. Yeah, I agree.
So, and with that,
And with that,
I think that's everything for this week. Unless there's anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here.
He's done it quite a few times now, but I did catch. Probably a bit unfair to call him off for it as well, but I'm going to. JR called the Brian Danielson Daniel Bryan at least 3 times on Dynamite.
he did. I caught one of them.
William Regal actually said, "Oh, you're okay. I come up with that name. I'll let you use it or something."
Yeah, not the first time. Probably won't be the last.
No.
If I'm being perfectly
Like I say,
honest.
it's probably a bit unfair to call him out for things like that, but I'm going to.
What else was there? I thought there was another JR line. Probably not. I can't think of it. But yeah, he's just so stuck in WWE mode. Like, didn't he call one of the shows like SmackDown like a while back or something? Like, tune in to WWE SmackDown or something like that, or WWE Dynamite.
Yeah, he said WWE Dynamite. Yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy. Anyway, anything else?
No, I think we've covered it.
Alrighty, we'll be back next week. And until then, have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Good night.